I bring to you, as an offering, Keith Horton. Thank you for joining me, Keith. I really do appreciate you. Tell us about your book.
The name of the book is Forgotten Epiphanies, and I chose this title because there are things that we all know inherently as humans, as spirit, in going through what we go through with life, the conditioning that we go through, the things that we are constantly exposed to. A lot of times we forget. We forget what it is that we already know about ourselves, about the world, about the universe.
We have all been guilty of that. Now, what exactly is this book all about?
Forgotten Epiphanies is about rediscovery, my own personal rediscovery. It speaks of memories that I've had from as young as 3 years old to missteps that I've made, bad decisions, subsequent addiction, not just of the chemical or physical variety, but of the emotional variety. It speaks of revelation. It speaks of rediscovering my obligation to the ancestors and what it is that has been infused in me because of their existence.
So who did you write this book for? Who's your target audience?
A target audience, for me, it's usually introspective. So there really isn't an audience in mind.
So if I was an average Joe off the street and I bumped into you and I asked you, how can I stay in contact with you? How can I find you? Where can I find your work? What would you tell me?
My work can be found on Facebook. I have 2 publications, actually. This is actually my second book. First book, Urban Escapes, A Poet's Perspective, and this new book, Forgotten Epiphanies, can both be found at lulu.com. I have excerpts from my work, which are on my WordPress blog, kswift113. .wordpress.com. Also khorton or keithhorton.blogspot.com. Those are the places where you can see my work, unless you happen to run into me on the circuit at a poetry reading, open mic, a feature somewhere that I've been blessed to participate in, and then at that point you can hear me live.
I've bumped into you a few times, and it has always been pleasurable. You are a charming individual, and you are very permeable. And I think that's something that we're missing in today's society because people aren't real anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm all over the place.
That is definitely a blessing. Now, you have inspired me in many ways, truth be told. But I'd like to know what has inspired this book, or what is the inspiration behind this book?
The inspiration for this book came from what I noticed to be a shift, not only in the world around me, but in myself as well, an internal shift as well. Because of social network, it makes the bend of the world and the way things are going, it makes it a lot more accessible, a lot more tangible, and we can see with relative ease, the way things are going and the revolution that's brewing now as far as the masses versus the system.
Would you consider this project a milestone? And why is it different?
This offering is a little bit more focused. It's a little bit more technically savvy, I'd like to think. The poems are tighter, and I've also incorporated some free write. Richard Wright and Nikki Giovanni are the ones that inspired me to even pursue that form.
It's amazing that you say that because Nikki Giovanni is one of the reasons why I'm a poet today. So what is your purpose? Why do you write? Why do you create?
My purpose, I believe I found my purpose now, but my purpose is to write, create, or produce something to positively impact people's lives, and I'm working towards that now. It's a great feeling, too. It really is a good feeling. I'm looking to publish sometime this year a compilation of Black-owned businesses, a directory, if you will, and I'll probably end up making this online, but Black-owned businesses so that the people of the village, the inner community, can put their money to where it will effectively serve those communities.
You are very passionate. I would consider you slightly a philanthropist. What is behind that passion that pumps through your veins?
The passion that I have for writing, and I've always been one to do a lot of thinking, and a byproduct of that is to have a lot of questions and to have a lot of theories and just a lot to say.
As poets, we all have a lot to say, and I want to thank you for spending these few minutes with me and letting me and the audience get to know you a little bit better. My final question is going to be, who is Keith Horton?
Keith Horton, wow. I'm a father to an angel and a prince. My children are my anchor. They keep me grounded and keep me always looking to do the next right thing. I'm also a son, a loyal family member, a lover, a fighter, a vessel for the Creator. I say that because my life, all my life, every action, my triumphs, my missteps, they all serve as a lesson and therefore a blessing for the world. Without placing myself above humanity because of my personal journey, I'm pretty unique.
Indeed, you are, Mr. Horton. Indeed, you are. Peace, love, and light for life.